Hi, Steven Stepanek here at Joe Carvello Mastering. We're in the B production room, which happens to be a fantastic little mix room. And today we're going to be demoing the Airfield Audio Liminator 2 Class A compressor. Here at the mastering studio, we're running these as well, and we're very pleased using them, and they're fantastic. You got umpteen amounts of tone in here and shaping, and you just simply have to find the right settings. They're all there, and experimenting gets you to all these places. It's fantastic. For today, we just wanted to take a song that we're working on here on the Pro Tools. It's going through various different outboard gear as well, but we're going to insert it in to see what it sounds like on the mix and on the different elements on the drum bus and bass, guitars, and vocals. We're just going to give you a taste of what its sonics are. Okay, so we've got a tune here. It's kind of like a good solid pop song. And we're basically just going to play that and work on a mix setting for it. And then what we'll find me doing is rocking back between the bypass and also going through the different transformers that this compressor offers. It offers a Souter British voice in the transformer in the T2 position, and the T1 position is a Jensen transformer. So you have the ability to have actually a bit of a different feel, and you actually can quite hear it as well on the compressor. So we'll experiment with that and also flip through the bypass and both of those settings in on two different settings, sort of like a gentle basic setting, and then we'll do like a bit of a crush to see what that sounds like. There is also a link feature, up as link, on this compressor, and what that does is, like on typical linked compressor settings, is the thresholds are connected, so they're not independent like they would normally be on the off. So essentially, when you've got stuff hitting louder on either side, you're not going to get you're not going to get a phase shift. It's going to they're going to be equally compressed on both sides, and it's kind of a nice feature to have that as well. So we'll just start by playing the track a little bit in bypass. And as an explanation, just so we have a relative gain match, the outputs are compensated for the amount of compression we're doing. So this is kind of like a nice medium, you know, not overly gentle, but you know, there's something going on the compressor, so we're just making it up on the gain side just so that we don't hear a dip. Okay. Really nice setting. It's got a nice bounce to it, and that's like a 2-to-1 ratio, so you can quite hear the difference in the kind of punch that it's adding there. So what I'd like to also do is show you the Jensen. That was the Souter that we're listening to. So I'll give you a sense of what the Jensens are doing, and then I'll go in between all three settings, bypass, Souter, and Jensen, so you can see if you can hear the subtle differences. Send me a sign, so soft to see, shivers up my spine, sit free. We've got the Jensens here, and then I'll switch between the Souter British and the American Jensen so you can hear the differences there as well. So really cool there, as actually quite apparent the differences in the American and the British. I'm going to use kind of funny language, but I would call the British, it's got that big, juicy, chewy bottom and thicker approach, and the Jensen's got a bit more clarity in the mid-range and just give a little bit extra punch from what I can hear, and you might hear it differently, but I think that's kind of a nice little, you know, it's a different attitude for sure, and it comes in handy when you want a different kind of a mix. Both are great in different situations, so it's a very useful feature, being able to switch that in and out. So what we'd like to do next is take the same song, and then we're just going to do some kind of like more aggressive, smashed kind of approaches, just so you can hear what this thing's capable of doing compression-wise. Interesting how this compressor works. As you get through the ratios, the threshold becomes way more apparent. Some compressors you can turn the ratios and the threshold kind of doesn't really do much else until you start moving the threshold. Here, it's quite drastic when you move from 1.5 all the way up to 20. It's almost like it takes the threshold and shifts it equally, which is kind of interesting too. So you have a whole range of amounts of compression that you can tweak with the threshold and still have, you know, gobs of insane compression that's, you know, very aggressive, and also you can write down to a very, you know, gentle just a little bounce off your mix. So I'll just mess with that now. I'll just take the same tune and run it through, and then we'll experiment with some more smash settings and then give you an A and B of what that's doing.